Hello, Rhonda Fawcett from Matamata, New Zealand, and today I want to show you some cards that I have made using the BBQ Master Stamp bundle, the stamp set and the dies. The dies are so cool because they have got so many little pieces in them that you can use to put on this kebab or make a burger. You've got a burger bun there. So I'll just show you my cards and then I'll show you a couple of tips with them. So this is the first card I did. It's using the designer series paper that's out of this homemade sweetness set, which is a very cool set. I'll just bring it through with lots of jam jars and jam berries and things like. They've got these big jars as well, which are pretty cool. Apricot jam one. And then this paper here on the other side, I thought would make good picnic paper. So that's because of the blue checkered and the red check. That's why I brought this paper. It works well with the barbecue set. So this is my first one. Just says you're flippin' awesome inside. I think it's a great masculine card. And then this one here. Now I used all the little die pieces. So you've got the little shrimp, you've got a little mushroom, some gherkin thing there, and to the grill master, happy birthday. So these are all the stamps that you can put on and do different things. The barbecue is pretty cool, I like that. The little oven mitt, which matches the paper perfectly, which I think is quite neat. And then I did one in this orientation, and I've used all the elements to make the hamburger there. And you might notice the bottle, so this beer bottle here, that's the size of the die, which is that size, but I've made it, extended it to make the big bottle there. So I'm going to show you how I did that. And yeah, inside, chilling and grilling. I think this is such a nice large font, it'll make a good scrapbooking page. So I'm definitely going to be using that in my little mini album anyway. But first of all, I'll show you this flame on here with the two tones on it. So what I did for that was I inked up my stamp just in yellow ink. I'm just using crushed curry, and then you get a dauber before you put it on, stamp it onto your card. While it's still got the yellow ink on, you just dauber. I've just used a little bit of poppy parade on the bottom there, and then stamp it down, and you get the two tones of colour coming through. So that's that tip. And then the tip of the bottle is, I think it would make a good ketchup bottle too actually, is you're just going to run it through your embossing machine, cut and emboss machine. Hang on, I'll just grab a piece of card. So I'm just going to use this one. Yeah, if you did the right colours for ketchup, then you would make a really good ketchup one. So let me bring my machine up here. And the plates. Right. You can see mine are very well used. So we want the top of the bottle first, and we don't want the bottom of it yet. Actually, I need a clearer plate that you can see what I'm doing. Let me see if I've got a new one in here. This one will do. So I'm putting my plate only down as far as, let me see if I can zoom in. So my plate is only going not to the bottom of it. You can see I haven't covered the bottom of that die. So now I'm going to wind it through. Right. And when I lift it up, it's only cut a portion of the die. So now I will bring this die down to cut the rest. Let me see where I want to line it up. And that's about right there. And this time I put the plate through just to the top edge there when it starts to go. Okay, so I wind it through again. So the plate is not all the way to the top, it's just going across there, so it won't cut any higher than that. Now I have got my extended bottle. So that is the bottle that I've made there, and this is a die. If I cut another one out, you can see you can make it as long as you want by extending that down. So I'll just cut another one out just to show you the difference. And I'll also at the same time cut out one of the handles of the spatula. So I'm going to just do that. Let me just grab the cardboard. Right, I'm just going to use a little bit of this granny apple green and cut out the spatula handle. So if you did this in red and yellow for a ketchup bottle, I think it would look pretty cool. So just pop those over there. Just remove that. So this one here I just trimmed off. I'm going to bring it back. I just trimmed off the handle, so I've just got the small spatula piece, and this is the piece that I'm going to glue onto the bottle. So here's my extended bottle. This is for like the label on the front. And then to do the bottle cap, I've used this piece here. I don't actually know what it's meant to be, so if anyone can tell me, I would appreciate it. I've used it in this card as a little tag for the oven mitt, a little hanger for the oven mitt. I've also used it and cut a piece of gold foil card and then just trimmed the ends off, and that's how I made my bottle cap for the bottle. But you'll see, because I extended that die by not putting it through, you could see the difference in the height of the two bottles, and that's how you make the bigger bottle. So this one, you can see I did it even longer again, which I think for ketchup you could do it even longer again than what I did there. So that's three different size bottles now. So yeah, it just depends where you put the second plate when you're putting your plate through. Like, just don't put it all the way down to the die, and that's how you get the extended. You can extend any of your dies by doing it that way. So yeah, that's how I did the bottle. And this barbecue one here, so instead of stamping it and die cutting it out like that, I just die cut it out and took the lid off, and then I did stamp just to get the inside piece of the barbecue. And the flames I didn't stamp like I did in the other one. I just die cut them and coloured them with my daubers. So yeah, that's some ideas of using the BBQ Master bundle. I hope you enjoyed that, and leave a comment if you liked it. Thank you so much. Bye.